Hi, this is Vishali Sharma from Just Tutors, and in this video today, we'll be talking about improvement in crop yields. Let's have a look what all topics we'll be covering in today's video. Crop variety improvement, factors for crop improvement, crop production management, nutrient management, manure, fertilizers, irrigation, cropping patterns, and crop protection management. Let's start with what exactly is crop variety improvement. This process depends on finding a crop variety that can give good yield. Different types of crops are chosen by breeding for various useful characteristics such as disease resistance, response to fertilizers, product quality, and high yields. Hybridization is one way of incorporating desirable characters into crop varieties. For new variety to be accepted, it's necessary that they produce high yields under different conditions. So let's have a look at the factors which are important for crop improvement. Higher yields. They are used to increase productivity of crop per acre. Improved quality. It varies from crop to crop. Baking quality is important in wheat, protein quality in pulses, and so on. Biotic and abiotic resistance. Crops can go down due to diseases, insects, pests. They come under biotic, and abiotic has drought, heat, cold conditions. Wider adaptability. It will help in stabilizing crop production under different environmental conditions. You can pause the video and have a look at all the factors for crop improvement once again. Moving ahead, let's talk about what is crop production management. Farming ranges from small to very large farms. So, different farmers have more or less land, money, and access to different technologies. There is a correlation between higher inputs and yields. Production practices can be at a different level, including no cost, low cost, or high cost production. Similarly, if we talk about nutrients supplied, just as we need food for development, in the same way, nutrients are supplied to plants in the form of air, water, and soil. So the source is air, the nutrient supplied is carbon and oxygen. The source is water, the nutrients supplied are hydrogen and oxygen. The source is soil, and the nutrient supplies come under in two forms: macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients can be defined as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur. It's a combination of all these it's a combination of all these nutrients. Similarly, if we talk about micronutrients, it's a combination of iron, manganese, boron, zinc, copper, molybdenum, chlorine. Moving ahead, let's talk about manure and fertilizers. Basically, if we talk about manure, it's prepared by the decomposition of animal excreta and plant waste. It helps enriching soil with nutrients and organic matter, thus increasing the fertility of soil. If we are using manure, we use biological waste material, which is helpful in protecting our environment from excessive use of fertilizers. And further, it can be classified as compost or vermicompost or green manure. And if we talk about fertilizers, they are produced plant nutrients, supplying nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. And the major factor is in higher yields of high cost farming. It should be applied carefully in terms of doses and times. Moving ahead, let's talk about what's crop product protection management. Field crops are basically infected by a large number of weeds, pests, and diseases. If weed and pests are not controlled at appropriate time, then they can damage the crops so much that most of it is lost or burned. Generally, insects, pests, or weed attack plants in three different ways. They cut the root, stem, and leaf. They suck the cell sap from various parts of the plant. They bore into stem and fruits. Weeds, insects, and diseases can be controlled by various methods, and the most commonly used are in use of pesticides, including herbicides, fungicides, etc. There are more methods which are used for controlling various methods which are used for controlling weeds, insects, and diseases, and one of them is mechanical removal. Moving ahead, here are some quick questions for you to try. You can pause the video and try these questions out. Let's have a look at the answers. So, what are the characteristics for crop improvement? Higher yield, improved quality, biotic and abiotic resistance, wider adaptability. What are macronutrients? So basically there are 16 nutrients which are essential for plants. Air supplies carbon and oxygen, hydrogen comes from water, and soil supplies the other 13 nutrients to plants. Among these 13 nutrients, 6 are required in large quantities and are therefore called macronutrients. How do generally pests attack plants? They cut the root, stem, and leaf. They suck the cell sap from various parts of the plant, and then they bore into stem and fruits. What are the types of manure? Compost and vermicompost, and green manure. What all processes are used in crop protection management? We can use pesticides, including herbicides, fungicides, and mechanical removal as well. I hope all your answers are absolutely correct. If yes, then go ahead and pat your back. You have really done a good job. That's all for today. For more, please visit justtutors.com. Thank you so much for watching.